and welcome once again to AV Racing TV. It's Monday, it's race day. We are off to the Netherlands. This is race 13 of Season 4 AV Formula 1 Championship. Only 5 more races left in this season after today. Reaper currently still at the top of that championship board. FCST pushing very hard to catch back up. There is currently a 21-point difference between the Mercedes and the Haas. Mac a little bit further back with 145 points. We've got 13 people in the lobby right now. Who have we got? Who haven't we got? There's only one Haas. We've only got one Mercedes so far. There's only one Red Bull, one AlphaTauri. Both Alfa Romeos in here. Both Renaults are in here. Both McLarens are in here. I've only got one Williams J7, I believe, isn't making it today. I've got Lawrence here in the Racing Point, filling in there as a reserve, I believe. 2 minutes to go while we load in to this lobby. Not sure if I'd want to be driving a Mercedes around this track right now with all of these Dutch in the lobby on Dutch soil after yesterday. We'll see how the race goes. But Mac, my friend, you may have a big old target on your back right now. So only one Ferrari of lollopuppa and only 13 guys in the lobby right now. This could be a good opportunity for a lot of teams to get some points there, especially for the likes of Renault or McLaren there. They've got both drivers in and are slightly further down in the board, or even Alfa Romeo there. Is that correct? Alfa Romeo's points? I think they're in the wrong order on the constructor standings of what I'm looking at. Coon, naughty. According to the points there, Alfa Romeo's listed in 5th. That's the maths, 53. Because Williams have got more points than that, and so do Renault. Alfa Romeo down in 7th place. 60, 70, 80, yeah. 64. Nope, maybe the points are just wrong. Nope, because he was racing there. And Williams, no, the points are correct. They're in the wrong order on the constructor standings. There's Reaper. There's the other Mercedes right now. Where's the other Red Bull of Lang? Missing one Red Bull, missing Gargamelin there. Tess in the other Ferrari, also not here, and that's it. That's cutout time. As we load in right now to Circuit Zandvoort. 50% race for us, which will be 36 laps around a 4.2 kilometer track here, 14 corners, 2 DRS zones of this wonderful circuit, snaking its way through the sand dunes at Zandvoort. Shall see when it comes in what the weather's like here today. Hopefully it's a dry track, not a very pleasant track to be running in the wet, but being in the north of the country, there it is very prone to the weather. It looks dry right now for Crawley. Hopefully I can get a report of what it's going to be doing for the race as well, so we can work out what the cars are running. And what sort of setups that they'll be on. Dry and overcast for both, I am told. That's good news for us. Dry track around here. Now, being as we've never even run this track in real Formula 1 yet, that's not going to be until September this year. I have no real track data or lap times to go by right now on this track, but I do know that I think the majority of the drivers here, a good part of the field, will be setting times in the low 109 region. If we got there, James out there, the Renault out, there's a McLaren out on track, there's a Williams out, and both Renaults out by the looks of it. Very twisty, turny track this is around here. Reasonable amount of downforce required, not too much straight sections. Gonna need good rotation through those front wheels to make it around some of these corners. Decent stability in the rear as well to be able to get the power down as well. I think we're going to take a ride along here with James, I think, as he comes through the penultimate corners right now. And we'll take our lap around Circuit Zandvoort. James coming into the DRS zone now, and about to cross the timeline as we make our way up into turn 1 right now. This is Tarzan corner, big horseshoe shape turn there. James comes through nice smoothly. Turn 2, this quick little right-hander there. Need to be careful that inside curb. It can dislodge, make the car bounce a little bit. 3, this nice big carousel banked type corner. Turns 4, 5, and 6 here are flat out along this twisty section. Turn 7 now, quick little bit of brake and let off. Roll down into the corner and power your way back out, back up the hill. Turn 8 there, pretty much throw the car through there. Careful the inside curb and careful that outside curb. Breaking into 9, that can unsettle the car. Coming up to 10 here, getting nice and wide. That inside curve needs to be paid respect to as well. Into the DRS zone here, making our way up towards 11 and 12 with this tight little chicane here. Again, the curbs here can be very bouncy and unsettle the curb. And again, the curb on the exit there isn't the nicest either of 12. Into turn 13, getting nice and wide on that, and then turn 14 again, this nice banked corner here leads us in to the DRS zone and back to the pit straight and the timeline. That's a 1:13.221 there for James. He is on medium tyres. Like I say, I think the times we should be expecting around here by the time it comes to the end of quali should be around 109, 109.1, 2, 3, and so on and so down. I think we could maybe expect a driver or two to be pushing in to the 108 region in qualifying as well so far. Rowan there with a 1:10.7 racing already on their quali laps here. David and Rowan got up there. Kuhn coming in with a 1:10.1, Smithy with a 1:10.0, FCST already there at the start of quali with a 1:09.5, fastest in every part of the track there. I should definitely be expecting FCST to be getting into that 108 region or 109 flat by the time we get to the end of quali then. That is a good benchmark right there from the Haas driver. So 14 drivers in here today, so that's a pretty good offer of points on the table available for a lot of drivers, especially for these few teams there that have got both of their drivers in, such as Alfa Romeo, McLaren and Renault. It'd be nice if they could all get both of their drivers in the points. Have we got right now Knack? He's on a hot lap right now. We're going to get on board as he comes through at turn 8. Two-time pole sitter here around Zandvoort. Knack on the pole in Season 2 and in Season 3. around this track. He also took the win from pole there in Season 3 and also the fastest lap as well. So let's see if he's on form again through this season on the track. This Mercedes is looking pretty nice and stable around this track. What sort of time are we running there? It's a 109.7. Exactly 3/100ths quicker than the Renault of Smithy there. Knack pushing him down into third. Knack's pole lap here last season was the only person to get into the 108 region. It was a 108.942. That was last season though, so I wonder if he can replicate that time, if he's maybe improved on that, and we'll see an even quicker time around here by the end of quali. Quite a few drivers here opting in checking out the mediums to see what they feel like on this track there. Domestos, James, Xz and Jasper there, all checking out the mediums at the start of quali. Seeing what sort of time, 110, pretty respectable time there for the medium tyre, but guys pushing up in the high 109s on the soft. I can't be expecting that good a start, though I would then expect to maybe see the 4 guys that do finish out of the top 10 here. I should imagine to see them all probably taking that medium tyre at the start. It's good to be home. I'm glad you're enjoying being on the home track, and you have a good race as well, my friend. Who is pretty much everyone's in the pit right now. Lawrence is on a quick lap. FCST's on a fast lap coming in through turn 2 there. And through 3, the carousel gently to bring in the car through, and be careful of oversteer, getting the power down on the exit there of 3. Nice and quick there through turn 7, getting as wide as I can quickly for the turn in of 8. Keeping away from the outside curb, braking become difficult when running that into 9. Very tight to the inside curb there on 10. Taken a lot of curb there on 12 as well. And the time's looking too bad here for Lawrence though. When we come out the back corner there, should be it's 1:12.1, and that puts them into 11th in front of David. I think there's a bit more in that racing point though. Reaper's still sat in the pits right now, and he's waiting until the end of quali to go out when this maybe the track has got as much rubber on it as possible. FCST on this quick lap right now, just coming to the end of the first sector. Let's see what he's running through there, if he's quicker than before. 600ths down on his previous lap there, he's pushing quite a bit. He's been taking a lot of curb. Lawrence pulling out the way there, thank you. Into the DRS zone now, making our way up to turns 11 and 12. Tight little chicane. He is fastest there in sector 2. I missed what the difference was on his other time. Carrying a lot of speed through 13 there, makes use of all the curb on the exit and all the track there through 14. I think he's going to be a little bit quicker than previous, 109.367. Currently about just under 4/10ths quicker than Knack and Smithy around here. Very, very good effort. We've got Kuhn here right now. The Dutch drivers on his home track. Kuhn having a podium here in the first season. He took the 3rd spot on the podium round here on his own track. Wouter, also the other Dutch driver, to have taken a spot on the podium in his home races. Wouter had 3rd in season 2 around here. We'll try and get some on board with Wouter. Kuhn there, coming up purple there for sector 2 on my map. Taking a bit of curb on the exit of 12 there, having to run the outside as well. Potentially lost him a tenth or so on there. Good speed through 13. Flat out now through 14 into the DRS zone. Keeping that car steady. What time we got when we come to the 9? It's a 109.725. Exactly the same time as what Knack had there. Knack, his teammate from AlphaTauri in the last season. That has actually moved Kuhn above Knack, so I'm wondering if we are measuring further down in the decimal than what the game actually shows us, and that's why it's given Kuhn the second place over Knack, because Knack did set that time first, and normal F1, the one time that did happen when we had 3 people on pole with exactly the same time, which was Villeneuve, Hill and Schumacher. I can't remember the race. I believe the pole went to Villeneuve, I think, who had set it first. Obviously Knack setting that time first, so I'm wondering if extra decimals are counted in this game to what it shows us on the quali laps, because obviously Kuhn set that lap second, but the game has moved him in front of Knack. Let's have a look who else is out. McLaren X is on outlap, slowing right down there, trying to give himself space. Other drivers in the pits, 6 minutes left of qualifying right now. We've got the Renault of Smithy here. He's on an outlap. Reaper's on a fast lap though, going quickest there in sector 1. Making his way through turns 9 and 10 right now. Nice and tight that inside curb, doesn't touch it, doesn't run any curb on the exit, straight flat out into the DRS zone. That's looking quick and smooth through that chicane of sector 2 as well. Again, not touching any curb on the exit through here. We're gonna take a bit of tiny bit of curb through 13. You need to carry the speed through it. This is gonna be quick right now. That's a 108.8. There's our 108 time. That is about 1.5 tenths quicker than Knack's pole time from season 3. Well done to that Reaper. That's a bit of work for FCST and Knack and Kuhn to try and do right now. And Smithy, let's see how Smithy's doing. That's flashing up purple there in sector 2 for the Renault right now. It's a little bit of understeer there on the exit, oversteer even. It's coming through. What time is on this Renault? It's looking really good, pretty good. 109.5. Moves the Renault back up into P3 right now. This is getting close at the top part of this board. What's Knack on right now? He's on a fast lap in the DRS zone. What time are we running on this? That's a 109.378. It's just 1/100th of a second behind FCST there. He knocks Smithy back down to 4th right now. Here's Smithy on a hot lap right now. It's currently only 7/100ths off his previous lap time. Can he make it up through this last sector? There's going to be traffic in front of him. I can't see who that is up the front there, but I think if they're on a hot lap too, they were, but they pulled out the way. That was the racing point of Lawrence. If you are also on a hot lap, you don't have to really move out the way. It's also your priority. Nope, Smithy's going in to the pits, rushing back there. Kuhn's on out lap right now. Slowing down to the end of sector 3, giving himself space there. He's letting the Merc go by. So if we got down here, let's see if the Alfa Romeo of Jasper, he is on a invalidated lap. Still a bit of time left, so just about enough time for anyone coming around to about dart into the pits and get a quick tyre change. One Red Bull of Domestos that is here is... What time are we running for Domestos? A 109.823. That moves him up into P6 right now, provisionally. This is out here, Coon. Brand new fresh set of softs here towards the end of quali. Just over 2.5 minutes left to go, and this Dutchman in the AlphaTauri looks to be flying around here right now. Very smooth. Nice, clean lines there through 9 and 10. Takes a bit of the curve on the exit of 10. Getting hard on that power into the DRS zone. That's flashing up purple in Sector 2 briefly. I don't think it would have been fastest, but it will be a very good time through Sector 2 nonetheless. Out now into penultimate corners of 13 and 14. Takes a lot of curve on the inside there. Maintains the speed through those super tight on 14. Minimizing travel distance around the track. What time we got? To 109.187 there for the Dutchman. That puts him into P2 provisionally right now. But there is still just over 1.5 minutes left to go right now of qualifying. We come to Wouter in the Alfa Romeo. Find him spinning there on the exit of the carousel between corners 3 and 4. That's a shame for him. A lot of traffic going past right now. Before he can get going again, he might be able to just make it back round for another lap. It's gonna be tight though, and those tires are absolutely cooked. What a shame, and he's angry, and that one's fallen off. What's going on right now? Reaper's on out lap FCST right now. He is on a quad lap. Let's see if he can fight back. Reaper currently on an out lap. He knows he might have to defend that time. FCST very stable through turn 7 there. That's coming up fastest there in Sector 1. A little bit of hesitation there, entering 9, I think. Maybe carrying a little bit too much speed through 8. Gets super wide there, turns in, takes quite an early apex there through 10. Into the DRS. This Haas is absolutely rapid right now on this lap. Slowly picking up the power there through 12. It's Racing Point parked up there out the way. Kuhn said he can't do anymore. He's just retired from the session. We're counting through the last corner right now of FCST, and this is flying. 109.123. He takes that P2 provisionally right now. We've still got a couple of drivers going round though. Has Knack got an answer to this right now? Can he move himself up any further through turn 7 again? That Mercedes looking so stable through there, getting on the power. That's purple again in Sector 1 right now for Knack. Looked a bit quicker there going in into turn 9 than what the Haas did a second ago. A little more hesitant on the power into next by that inside curve though in turn 10. We're not flashing up anything there, personal best or fastest in Sector 2. Into the last couple of corners right now. I think he might have beaten this other time. I think it's going to be very close between Knack and FCST right now. 108.8. Knack manages to take that P2 away at the end. No one manages to touch on Reaper's time though. What an exciting qualifying session that was. So there we have front row of the grid. We have Mercedes lockout of Reaper and Knack. Second row we've got FCST and Kuhn. Third row we've got Smithy and Domestos. 7th Wouter, 8th lollopuppa, 9th James, 10th Xz, 11th Rowan, 12th Jasper, 13th Lawrence, and 14th is David. Wait for the drivers right now to select their fuel and tyre options. I'm expecting, as always, so many people in there, only 14 in there. There's 4 guys out. The top 10 there can select their tyre strategy, and Sanford is pretty high on tyre wear. I'm expecting to see them take the medium tyre probably to begin with. I mean, they could take the hard. It depends on your tyre strategy around here. A lot of people were one-stopping it last time, but it does mean maybe going from the soft to the hard. If you're going to one-stop it for those guys that start in the top 10, and that hard by the end of the race is going to be starting to give out a little bit. You're not going to be getting the same sort of grip and performance from it as you are the guys behind running that medium and then maybe hard tyre. They had to one-stop it. They have the option of obviously taking that first tyre for a lot longer stint, and that means that hard they put on a bit later isn't going to be so badly worn out, and hopefully from them getting those extra laps, they're going to put themselves in a better position against the guys that started on the softs, as long as they can get a little bit of pace out of that hard tyre at the start. So what have we got? Yep, we got Rowan, Lawrence and David all putting that medium tyre on. Jasper there opting for the soft, obviously. Feels like he can maybe work his way forward up through the pack a bit better, having that softer compound around here. Reaper flying round on the formation lap right here, I think, just doing a bit of Kimi Räikkönen there. You don't need to weave the car to warm the tyres up, you just drive it hard and fast and it does it itself. Interestingly, the game hasn't given me any tyre options for you yet. I should imagine it will do in a minute, but I should imagine most drivers here will be looking at probably a one-stop. They'll probably go for that soft to hard. I mean, I have got that double stop option of going soft, medium, and doing double softs and mediums. So the guys on the mediums at the back here could do the double soft and medium. There's the predicted that it's given me. So set of softs it's saying is roughly about 10 laps. You could probably, with good time management, push that up to about 12 laps. I think one stopping from a soft and medium around here would be possible, but your tyres are going to be absolutely shot at the end, and I wouldn't suggest that being very feasible around here at all for maintaining any sort of pace. I think if these guys at the front here can get away to a good sort of start, they'll probably be looking to taking that soft hard option. Some of these guys a bit further back, depending on what happens at the start, if there's safety cars or whatever at the start, they might go for that double soft medium strategy. Again, depending on what position these guys are in the back here, I think the one stop from medium to hards is probably the best bet on there and there to minimise their time loss from being further back at the start there. Anyway, we're queuing our engines are revved right now. We're just waiting for the lights before we get race 13 underway right now. 4 lights, 5 lights on. All lights are out, and we're going to make our way up into turn 1. Reaper's Mercedes getting away very quick there through the first turn. There is a racing point gone already on the first corners there. What's my time interval thing doing here? It's messing things up. That's, of course, a safety car already. There's also an Alfa Romeo. Jasper is already out of the race there. I tried to flick down through the drivers to find out what happened, and it moved the Mercedes away from 1 and 2. So as I flicked down through the drivers, it kept showing me the same image. I didn't really get to see what happened there. We'll try and have a look at, go further back to have a look at some of these cars, see if anyone's got wing plates and stuff on. Not looking too bad. Let's have a little look. And the race director right now. So we've got Jasper there. It doesn't say he collided with anyone in the race director, it just literally says terminal damage DNF. We've got Xz's collision with Wouter picking up a 5-second penalty there. Smithy having a collision with lollopuppa picking up a 5-second penalty. And Lauren's just exceeding track limits, I think, and going wide themselves there by the looks of it, unless anyone was pushed by anyone else. So let's have a look. Smithies obviously has wing damage there. He's going in to the pits. Where's Wouter? Wouter's car looks fine. He didn't get smashed in to anybody on that then. Let's try and see the front wing of Eggs. He's there. His wing's looking okay too. So that's my F1. I started behind Jasper. Looks like it will spin and collected Lawrence. Went over the top of Lawrence. Oh. It's absolutely tried to launch it off the grid then, and I think the other car's maybe a bit slower, and he just rode straight up over the back of the other car then. That is unfortunate. Hopefully Lawrence will have time to catch back up with the pack. My interval time hopefully recorrects itself. This is the first safety car lap, isn't it? Nice aerial views of the track here. I must say, from playing the next game, the curbs around here do seem more dangerous than what they are in this game right now. I think the curbs of Zanfort are actually quite forgiving in this 2020 version of the game, nowhere near forgiving in 2021. I've been having quite a few slides around these corners. Don't know how anyone else has been finding that. That's just me. Maybe I should stick to the commentary rather than driving. This is our second safety car lap. We will begin racing again on lap 4. Let's have a look there. So James made his way up 3 positions there. David also making his way up 3 positions from the back there. Smithy taking the biggest loss there, dropping down 7 positions. As we said, I think he did get a prod from someone, didn't he? Oh no, he had a collision with Lola and he had to pit, didn't he? That's where he's lost those positions too. Lawrence, we're on a safety car lap. You've got multiple warnings. Another 3 seconds already. You had Xz said then. What was that? Wouter. Anyway, yeah, there's Wouter losing position. Xz up 1 position. Domestos in the Red Bull gaining position. Reaper back in control of the pace right now. Wondering whether he's going to try and take it slow up to the line out of that big banked corner, or whether he's suddenly going to maybe gun it halfway through that corner and try and catch everyone slightly unsuspecting. Or whether he's going to take it super slow right now up to the line before he decides to put his foot down, making sure there's as minimal toe as possible. He's still having a little weave on the straight, and now there he goes. We are racing again on to lap 4. FCSG pushing up right alongside Knack there. He's going to be on the outside though of that. Everyone else is running going a bit wide at the back there, I think, with a McLaren. Will to will there with a Renault and a Red Bull through turn 3. The Ferrari and Alfa Romeo similar at the back there, right behind them. Back up to the front, coming down now into turn 7. Knack retaining his position, getting very close behind Reaper through turn 7 there. FCST dropping off very slightly from behind him. What's gone on to Wouter down here? Losing positions right now rapidly through that fast sector there. What's that racing point? I don't know, it's still going. I thought I saw it spin. Smithy is still down here at the back as well. DRS also not yet enabled after the safety car. We'll have another lap or so before that gets turned back on. Everyone still running reasonably close together right now though. Not too much of anyone being able to form too much of a gap there right now. What's going on at the back here? There is, so Xz into wall, Wouter retiring into the pit lane wall. I think I saw there. Xz was in the wall at the back there. That's another safety car already right now on lap 5. That safety car's been called out. So we're literally not even at the end of the first sector. Had one lap of racing. And we are back onto a safety car. I'm going to need more beer for the rest of this race. Let's get back to our race director. Try and work out what happened back there. We got here then Smithy, Renault collision with Rowan. Xz's terminal damage, Smithy, Renault terminal damage. Wouter, Alfa Romeo terminal damage. Doesn't see any of them have hit each other there though. I saw one of the McLarens, and that would have been the McLaren of Smithy, McLaren of Xz against the wall on the exit of 14, and I think I saw Smithy sideways there as well. Wouter, I think I saw him about to go into the pit lane, and I went into the side of the pit lane wall. Not sure what happened to Wouter, maybe trying to get the power down on the exit of the corner, and he spun inside to that wall, but we've already lost 4 drivers over the space of 4 laps. Didn't even make their next lap onto the 5th lap, did they? So pretty much lost the equivalent to a driver a lap there right now. So, well, 10 people left, 30 laps to go. Looks like everyone who's left right now is going to be getting points. What is this? Xz's on the inside of Lolo. Xz's hit the inside tyre barrier last corner. Smithy was collected by Xz's. I don't know what happened to Wouter. Racing out of the last corner then, and just had, I think, potentially might get looked at, but it's probably go down as a race incident, maybe, I don't know, until seeing the onboard footage of the drivers. But from the reports in chat, that seems like what it potentially is. So, what have we got left there? Mercedes, the only team left right now with both drivers in the race. Alfa Romeo, both drivers now out of the race in the space of 5 laps. That's a shame for them. That's a big loss on points for Alfa Romeo then. Williams and Renault should both be picking up points this race, and we are racing again. I'm too busy talking. We've come across the line. That's pretty orderly through there. That Williams is pushing up lollopuppa David right now. He's on that medium tyre. So doesn't want to burn out that medium tyre too early, and we catch him oversteering out of turn 3 there into the wall. Some damage on the Williams. Back up to the front here. Knack furiously chasing down his teammate Reaper here. FCST trying to cling on there just behind and keep up with these 2 Mercedes. Reaper powering away along the straight there. Knack, I think, using more ERS than he'd like right now to try and keep pace with his teammate. Big snap there from Reaper. He manages to grab that though on the exit of turn 12. The one thing with Zandvoort, these very medium to slow speed corners around here, very tempting to try and get that power down very quickly out some of these corners, and that's what it's gonna do. You're just gonna cause yourself some spins if you try and do it too quickly. For those rear tyres are really gripped up again. Knack pushing, looking, trying to late brake in into the carousel of turn 3 there, looking for a space on the inside. Very tight in Reaper slipstream, holding this line perfect through 7 there. This Mercedes almost in unison right now, the line they are taking around this track. Back here, the Renault of James right there, travelling very close behind Koen. I think DRS should be enabled next lap or lap after. We'll keep an eye for the message on that. It's obviously not been enabled yet because of the safety cars we've had. Normally 2 laps after the safety car, DRS gets re-enabled. DRS enabled, there we go. Now the drivers will get that little extra boost if they're running close behind, and that opportunity to maybe get past Domestos right now. The Red Bull currently just outside that DRS range of James. He's going to want to push on real hard. He doesn't want to lose that toe from the guys up ahead, or otherwise he's going to start to come under threat from the Ferrari that is behind him. Mestos teetering on the edge of that DRS zone here. He's got Lola just outside of his though. Gets a very good run through turns 8 and 9 though, and he will be comfortably, he should just be in James's DRS there now. Am I looking at the wrong time there a minute ago? Maybe, I don't know. James though, a bit of a little DRS train for these 3 here, being led by Koen. He's slipping away from FCST right now. He needs to catch up to FCST because he doesn't want James having that advantage over him. He's not going to get a DRS along the straight right now there. FCST is going to get it from Knack up the front here. Knack will have it from Reaper. Knack, normally praising him for his great ERS usage, and we are down on that right now. Reaper looking pretty comfortable with that ERS, but still these front drivers burning through it, these Mercedes trying to compete with each other. FCST using a lot there already as well, considering we're only not even 1/3 of the way into this race yet right now. Koen as well, everyone pushing these cars so hard right now. They don't want to lose that DRS boost from each other. We got Lola, the Ferrari here. He's just out of Domestos' DRS range, but he's holding it against the McLaren of Rowan behind. Rowan not getting any DRS from Lola either. Those two are looking pretty safe there right now. 7, 8, 9 and 10 pretty spaced out between them. All the action is going on between these top pairs. We've got Reaper and Knack. I say FCST running a bit closer, but FCST starting to lose pace of the Mercedes in front of him, and Koen's now picking up DRS on FCST. That rear wing was open then. That's what Koen would have been praying for. FCST to slow down a little bit, so then he's got a better chance here at defending from James and Domestos. They were looking to put him under pressure. All of these guys here gonna be running on. All 6 of these up here are going to be running that soft tyre. Let's get a gap to leader there. It's only just over 4.5 seconds there between 6th and 1st. I think if all of these guys can keep up this relative pace of what they're doing right now, this race could pretty much come down to the pit stops, who's on what strategy, who chooses to pit when. These drivers are going to need to keep a very close eye on their lap times, and once those lap times start falling a little bit, I think it'll be time, and that'll be the best time to call it. Get in the pits, get on a fresh tyre, so you can make sure you retain pace and maybe get a bit of an undercut going there. James has done that. James going for the one stop. He's pitted in. He's come out on the hard tyres onto lap 12. That's what I said. I said you could take these softs maybe somewhere between 10 and 12 laps. You can push them a little bit more, but if you're going to one stop it, that's where you're gonna go. So the guys are on 11 laps. I expect to see if they're gonna I expect to see a lot of them come in a second. That's 10 lap stints on some softs, and then a 16 lap stint on a set of mediums is your 2-stop strategy, or you probably maybe take about 12 laps on the softs and then stick on a hard tyre to go for those last 22 laps. That's what James has done there. Wait to see what these guys do. Reaper does call it and goes into the pit there. Now it's going to have to get around for another lap. Reaper also putting on that hard tyre right now. Come out. What is the time difference between him and James? Reaper is still setting very good pace on those softs. Before he changed them, I reckon he could have taken another lap or so on them. Reaper, though, obviously not getting any DRS from the other guys behind. No, he's giving Knackerstaff a bit of a tow, so it probably makes the best sense for him to duck into the pits first before his teammate tries to then leave Knack with no DRS from that lap. I'm hoping that he comes out. He's not getting any DRS himself. He's back a little bit from Rowan there, but he should be able to catch him, I think, through the end of that second sector before the DRS line, and he might be able to give himself a good bit of a boost of speed across the timeline while Knack dives in to the pits. Is what he's going for. He's just a little bit out, though. He's not going to get that DRS. But who's going to emerge from the pits? Reaper is just going to make his way past Naki. They're going to be racing on the exit. There's Knack coming out of the pit lane. That slips back in. A little bit behind Reaper to where he was. Reaper, though, having much. Reaper's tires now, they're going to be nice and hot. Knack's not. Knack reacting to Reaper, also putting on the hard tyre. Doesn't want to differentiate from that tyre choice. He's going to stay with Reaper, applying the pressure till the end. Wonder if we will see these Mercedes come together at all through this track as we saw them before. Well, I didn't see them because apparently I wasn't watching the stream at that point, was I? I saw Coon's meme in the chat. It was very good. FCST, the house driver, currently in the lead on this race. Our race leader has pitted in. FCST, Coon, Domestos, then left to pit. Reaper, Knack and James will put on the hard tyre. These guys have taken down another tyre. FCST and Coon pits. Dom fancies his chance at taking another lap on these softs. Okay, is he going to try and go for a crazy one-stop of a soft to medium strategy? I think if he could roughly get about, it's on 14 laps right now, if he could maybe get 15 or 16 laps out of these soft tyres, you could one-stop it onto a set of mediums. Because it seems to be taking a very long run on these soft tyres. They can't be feeling very good around here unless he's just got some incredible tyre management going on right now, though. Let's look at the leaders there. CST coming out in 6th, 7th there. Domestos, by the time he pits in, he's going to be coming out behind James there. So he pits in. He might have done better a second ago to dart in when FCST and Koon did as well, and he might have had a chance of just coming out just in front of James there. He's gonna take it round again. I think he's gonna try and do it. I think the Red Bull is gonna go for an extreme strategy right now of going from a soft to medium tyre. I mean, when he does then pit in, and if he does pit in and put on that medium tyre to try and go at the end with, he's gonna have a hell of a lot more grip and pace around him than the front guys on the hards, but he's really gonna have to make that medium count, and that medium is gonna be very worn out by the end of the race if that is the strategy he's going for around it. It's ballsy. I like it. Let's have a look at what's going on back here between the two Mercedes. Only 4 tenths between them right now. Reaper gonna be getting that DRS tow from lollopuppa to help himself defend right now. Gotta think what Lolla's option is right now as well. I think Reaper now in front of Lolla after that. Why is it moving me to there? Knack now needs to make his way past. Knack's going to have to wait for the next DRS zone though, but Lolla should be able to be getting DRS. He's going to be just out. He's going into the pits anyway. That's going to help Knack out. Domestos also in the pit right now. Domestos does go for that medium tyre. It's going to be close if he can run that medium to the end of the race, so whether he's going to have to stop in and put another set of softs on, or whether he's maybe just trying to defend from the guys like Rowan that started on that medium tyre. I think Rowan is the only driver left there that started on the medium tyre. Did David? No, I think David and Lauren started on the medium tyre as well. They could have already changed that though for the soft. That's due to pitting for other reasons though. Rowan not looking too bad up there on a 16 lap set of old mediums. He better change those relatively soon. If he's feeling a bit tired on those, he can chuck on some hards, and he could be looking pretty good till the end of the race there. Potentially looking to be coming out in front of David still right now at this point in time. And could find himself running in 8th till the end of the race if he puts on a set of hards, because those guys on softs behind him might catch him up, but they'll have to obviously change their tyres again by the end of the race, so could be looking at a P8 there for the McLaren. Koon making his way past the McLaren as we're talking about there, obviously being on much fresher medium tyres there. Oh, Koon put on the mediums. I thought Koon put on a set of hards. I think from where Koon pitted then, I think Koon's going to be looking at double stopping that soft, medium and soft strategy. His job right now, being on these softer tyres, is he just needs to hunt down Knack and Reaper. He should be getting so much more grip around this track right now. He's going to get the DRS on his teammate Knack. Reaper 5.3 seconds off of Knack right now. Koon going real wide there, trying to get to the inside. Wants to try and beat him in to this turn, or just follow very close behind. He's going to get a DRS now, and he's going to get it in to turn 1. Now pulling to the in, super tight to the inside there, wants to lose any sort of slip he's given him, slips back in behind. Koon now up in to P2. This could potentially be actually slightly helpful for Knack right now. Koon on that softer tyre, he's going to start to pull away. If Knack can stay with him as close as possible, he's going to be able to get a bit of a DRS tow off of Koon. That's going to help him then to be able to defend from FCST. This on the same tyre strategy as what he is. I think Rowan right now is starting to slip back and lose pace on those medium tyres from all the guys that have changed. I think it's about time for that McLaren to come in and have a pit stop. 18 laps on those mediums there. They're going to be feeling pretty dead right now. So we're looking there, FCST battling with Knack right now. Knack, FCST going wide onto the curb in there. He's going to get the DRS now though as we come out of turn 14. Rowan there clinging on behind these two as they scrap away. He's going to get DRS as well. That's just going to be helping him out. With that pulling it in to the pit right there. That was Knack. Have we taken some sort of damage or... No, he's absolutely changing his strategy right now. I think he's put hards on for the last 16 laps of the race. He's turned that one stop into a double stop. He's realised he couldn't keep up with Reaper, matching that pace on the hard tyre. Guys in the mediums are coming forward, but he's feeling threatened, and he's stopped right now to take off his hard tyres, put mediums on to the end, and he's going to try and have a big old undercut. Not really undercut, I mean, there's some guys in the mediums there. Rowan will be dropping back down once he changes his tyres. Kuhn's got to be on a two-stop strategy there, naturally, as it is. Domestos and Lola, I'm not sure they could push those tyres. They've done 2 laps, they've got another 16 laps to go. They could be pushing those tyres to the end there right now. Knack's tyre choice and taking this other pit stop might have just cost him quite dearly, because he is only on tyres that are 2 laps fresher than what Domestos and Lola is. Domestos making his way past James right now on the hard tyres. I didn't think these hard tyres would be supplying much grip to people around this track. I was expecting only the front 2 if they got away to put on that hard tyre, and most of the rest to take the medium. A little bit shocked by James putting on the hard tyre as early as he did, to be honest. He's pulling into the pit now, switching to the medium tyre. Also getting a new wing there as well. Rowan right now on 20 lap old mediums. These mediums are not gonna be happy right now at all. Domestos on those fresh mediums, he's gonna want past very soon so he can continue to chase down FCST. He's not gonna want to get held up by this McLaren on these old ass tyres. Only got 16 laps to go. If he's going to put softs, he's got a fresh set of softs to put on. He can push 14 laps out of them. I'd maybe probably get... I would have pitted this McLaren a lot earlier and maybe chucked on some hards myself on it being at the back there where it started. Domestos though, he's going to get the DRS along the main pit straight, and he's following so close behind. He's ready for it on turn 14, picking up the slipstream. There the Red Bull goes. Those much fresher tyres happily keeping pace through the exit of turn 14. Slips cleanly in front there for turn 1. And McLaren and Rowan would have done better pitting in a few laps ago, about halfway through the race, sticking on the hard tyres to the end, and he could have happily been in 8th position there and been able to defend off David and Lawrence right now. David running their softs pretty hard right now. By the time Rowan pits in, he might have found himself losing too much time, and David could be in very much a position to be able to attack him by the time we get to the end of the race. That's going on right now though. Knack, this little man, is gonna have to drive like an absolute warrior right now if he wants to try and catch up to this field and make these mediums work. The only thing I fear is he's going to be driving so hard on these tyres right now to try and catch back up with lollopuppa there. He might end up destroying them before the end of the race. Rowan's trying to definitely go for that one stop of medium to softs. Got Haircones on 7. What's he got there left to go? It's another 13 laps to go. It's going to be about 20 laps on the mediums. It's not that far ahead of FCST. I think if FCST starts to close in too much over the next couple of laps, could push those tyres for a one stop if he wanted to. It depends on what the pace FCST is doing. And he says, I need to make that call in about 3 laps or so, whether he wants to take those mediums to the end or whether he wants to put on a fresh set of softs and work his way back up to the grid there. It's 9 seconds off Reaper. If Koen does put on a set of softs, he might be able to just make it out in front of Knack, to be honest. Or it'll be very close with where he comes in relation to Knack. The pace that he's doing right now, it's looking relatively good. Rowan goes in for the pit now. That's a hard tyres now to the end of the race. Interesting strategy. 12 laps left to go like that. I would have put on a set of softs for the end of the race. We got the interval there. I mean, it's looking pretty safe from David though. 29 laps, I still would have put on a set of softs. 12 laps on hards. I don't know, David's going to have to pit right now. What's David putting on? He's going to put on another set of softs. He started on the mediums, didn't he? Yep, double stopping onto softs there. 24 seconds, 12 laps left to go. Soft tyre, hard tyre. If he can roughly run 2 seconds a lap quicker there, he might just catch Rowan by the end of the race. Let's get back up here, see what the guys are doing. Domestos just about see FCST up there in front of him. The Red Bull can smell that Haas right now. It's on medium tyres, they're only 7 laps in. He should still be getting pretty good grip out of this. FCST's Haas 9 laps in, should still be working for him absolutely fine, but mediums will get Domestos that bit of grip. He should start catching them, but again, that 3.2 seconds, it's a big deficit of time to start working off of FCST, and I fear by the time Dom maybe catches him, those mediums may be a little bit worn. Not running strong on these mediums right now. He's closed in on Lola. 11 seconds right now, though, separating him and Domestos up the road in P4. We got about 12 laps left to go of this race right now. Koen, FCST slowly closing that gap in on Koen right now. It was about 1.5, 1.6 before. We said those mediums are going to be 10 laps now. They're going to be reasonably worn in, and I think over the next 5 laps or so, I think Koen may then start to notice the wear on those mediums if he decides to keep them on, and FCST might start to pull back and close up that gap quicker. He's doing it already. It's down to 1.1 now. Won't be long until FCST's back into DRS range, and then Koen's just going to be losing grip and not be able to defend. I don't know if he's going to double stop it, nip into the pits so FCST doesn't get that DRS from him, and chuck on some softs to go to the end of the race and try and work his way back up through the positions that he's lost. Let's see, we're 10 seconds off of Reaper right now. He should come out in about 5th, I think, if Koen put on a set of softs right now. He should just make it out, squeeze out in front of Lola, I reckon. Not a very long pit stop here, really, at Zandvoort. A decision would have to be made soon. Reaper pretty comfortable out there all by himself in the front there, 9 seconds back to second place behind him. FCST doing a pretty impressive job there on those hard tyres. Koen unable to really shake him. FCST hovering on the edge of that DRS zone, and the more Koen pushes his tyres, the quicker they're going to wear out by the end of the race. But then neither is Domestos able to really close in on FCST right now while running on also a slightly fresher, softer compound tyre. So that has, you say, very much holding its own right now on that hard tyre. as we come into the latter stages of this race, roughly 2/3 of the way through it right now. It's only about 9 laps of this race left to go right now. Like right now, 9 seconds off of Dom. As Knack, I don't know if it might have been better in his choice to have stayed with that hard tyre, knowing Kuhn would have got in front of him, but just kept on pushing, waiting for Kuhn's medium to fail, and then a fight back at the end. But then he's the one driving the car, he knows what those tyres felt like, not me. James, right now, down in 7th. Got to have a bit of a wing change there at some point, didn't he? That's cost him a good bit of time, unfortunately. I'm still running down in 8th on those hard tyres. David slowly pulling that time back out of him, though. It was around 24 seconds towards it, and we say he'd have to make 2 seconds a lap. He's about 17 seconds off now, and 89 laps left to go. Williams is getting that 2 seconds a lap more pace. Well, it has done for the first 3 laps it's on. It's dropped that time down between him and the McLaren he's trying to chase. I think that is Reaper that's falling behind David. He's going to be getting a DRS toe off David right now as he comes through here. And then if David can just stay with Reaper right now for a little bit, David can get the DRS toe of Reaper, which could help the Williams be able to catch up that McLaren by the end of the race. No, look at that, I swear. Reaper just braked there to make sure David, right before the DRS line, to make sure David went in front of him so he can have the DRS along the straight there. What was sneaky. Let's have a look. Who has fastest lap? I don't know if Reaper maybe was pushing for a fastest lap there, and that is why interval. No, I was looking at leader time, wasn't I? How was I looking at my interval times? I swear I've just changed. Dave was like 17 seconds off Rowan a minute ago. Right now, no, is he a lap down from it? That's goddamn interval times on this game. Leader, they're both a lap down from the leader, but what? I swear I just ghosted one of them. I'm not sure what's going on with the interval times right now. Oh, Rowan's put in and put on softs. That's what happened to my interval time. That's why they caught up so quickly. Why did Rowan put in and put on softs at the end of the race there? I'm not sure. Let's get back up to what's happening up the front. Goddamn crazy kids. FCST in that DRS range of Kuhn right now as we come into the last 5 laps of the race right now. Let's have a look at penalties. FCST's got 3-second penalty right now. Domestos dropping away on that interval time, and FCST's unable to catch the driver in front on that hard tyre. Domestos obviously on that medium. Domestos, Nax 6 seconds behind him with a 3-second penalty. I think Domestos is looking pretty safe. Maybe except the fact that he's not going to be catching FCST, and just maintain pace, maintain a bit of grip, and to bring that Red Bull home safely in P4. He's got a good cushion of space behind him there. Don't know if Lollopuppa's tyre's about the same age as Domestos' right now, so if Nat's got a little bit more grip, I don't know if he's got it in him to push up. He needs to gain about 4 seconds on Nack if he wants to get within Nack's penalty window. Those mediums of Kuhn, he's going to be feeling the wear on those mediums now after about 15 laps on them. He knows FCST is going to be getting this DRS on him right now. I'd be pretty relaxed if I was in Kuhn's position right now. He's only got a few laps left to go. Doesn't matter too much if the Haas does make its way past him, because he's got a 3-second cushion there from FCST's penalties, where Kuhn can still take that second spot on the podium today on his home race. Gargamelin in the chat there. Hi guys, I apologise for my frequent absence, but time is against me at the moment. Thanks for understanding. That's absolutely fine, my friend. We understand people have lives and stuff, etc., and other engagements where they may not be able to always take part in every race, because we're human and shit goes on and shit happens, my friend. Perfectly fine, but we do miss you on track, Gargamelin. It is great to see you racing up the front here with the likes of Reaper, Kuhn, FCST and Domestos. And about to start lap 34 right now. FCST, the DRS, he's going to go for it now. Kuhn, little wheel tap there from the two drivers. Kuhn really sending it up the inside there. Doesn't want to let FCST pass. That little wheel tap's cost him just over half a second there right now, though. FCST needs to put out 3 seconds on these hard tyres right now against Kuhn's probably quite aging mediums right now. 17 laps. He's going to be done about 20 laps on those mediums by the time it comes to the end of the race. I don't know whether it would have been. Don't know, even if Kuhn had pitted and put on the soft tyres, I don't think he would have been able to catch back up with FCST. He might have been able to get back up past Nak and Domestos on the softs, but even if he did go for that double stop strategy, I don't think he would have quite made it there. See, Domestos closed the gap by about half a second there with Kuhn and FCST's going through turn 1, but it's not going to be enough to make any real difference for him. Nak there also, as those mediums start to get to the midpoint of their life, unable to make any more gains on Domestos there. I think if Nak maybe stayed on that hard tyre, I think he might have been better off until the end of the race, to be honest. Kuhn, FCST, just managing to squeeze Kuhn out of DRS range there as well while we come in to turn 10. And needs to get another 2 seconds on Kuhn if he wants to take this second place. It's a much dearly needed second place for FCST right now, while the championship leader Reaper is currently in first. FCST needs all the points he can get right now if he hopes to try and stay with close enough to Reaper. Only 5 races left to go after this. Reaper already with a 21-point penalty gap. Let's get back here. Rowan and David through turn 1 there. I think it's going to go on through turn 3 now. That's Rowan in the wall there. I'm not sure if that was due to a tap from David. David in the wall also. Let's get back on with some people that can drive right now for a second. Sorry, that wasn't nice, but oh well. We got Nak slowly pulling back that time on Domestos right now, but that's not gonna be enough. I think our finishing order is pretty much locked in place right now. Not picking up more penalties, so he has no hope there against Domestos now. FCST, it's all about where these two are going to finish on the podium right now, to be honest. While at FCST, you've got 1 lap and he needs another whole second on Kuhn right now if he wants hopes of retaining that P2 in this championship. We'll get back, we'll get on board with the Haas driver for the majority of his last lap around here. Let's see, Kuhn almost the AlphaTauri, almost but a dot and a smear as we barely see it in the background here. Can Kuhn stay with him? Can just about still see him up on the road ahead. 2.1 seconds right now. It's on his home track. He doesn't want anyone to get that advantage of him right now. 2.3, 2.4. FCST pushing as hard as he can right now, giving it everything. Not much DRS left. Not much left in the AlphaTauri either. I think Kuhn coming into the start of Sector 3 right now. I think Kuhn should just be able to stay with FCST. Here's our winner, Reaper. Having Max Verstappen style, a little burnout there at the edge by the line. FCST coming through turn 14 right now, 2.5, nearly 2.5 seconds in front of Kuhn there. Brian Kuhn holds it to the last corner. Yep, Kuhn just about takes that second place. What an effort though from FCST and a drive there, getting in front. One more lap for FCST, and I think he might have been able to get that. Those mediums for Kuhn there must have been hurt, and Domestos as well coming home there in P4. Good drive from the Red Bull driver. Knack potentially having slacks with his tyre strategy there, and that's maybe cost him a few positions. He comes home in 5th. Lollopuppa in the Ferrari that is in 6th. The Renault of James comes around the final corner. He takes 7th place. There was our race. That was race 13 at Circuit de Zandvoort in the Netherlands. There was Reaper, our winner. Kuhn second, FCST in third. Well done to the Mercedes driver. Reaper's third win in 4 seasons here in the Netherlands. He also took the win in seasons 1 and season 2. Who got the fastest lap around here? Was that Knack or Reaper? Knack or Reaper, the only 2 drivers to ever hold a fastest lap around the Netherlands here, and Knack and Reaper are also the only 2 drivers to ever hold pole positions around here. Reaper takes the fastest lap on that and the pole position. He done exactly the same in season 1. He had the pole win and fastest. Anyway, there's our podium today with Reaper, Kuhn and FCST. 4th place we have Domestos, 5th we have Knack, 6th Lollopuppa, 7th James, 8th Rowan, 9th is David, 10th was Lawrence, 11th Wouter, 12th Xz, 13th Smithy, and 14th was Jasper. That was race 13 in the Netherlands. We'll be back on Thursday at the normal 6 PM UK time for race 14. Which will be Russia. We're off to Sochi. A lot of people don't like Russia. I love that track. I think Sochi is a great track, and unfortunately it's coming to an end soon. They're apparently moving the Russian Grand Prix somewhere else. Goddamn Ruskies. Goodbye until Thursday.